Welcome back everyone to my channel Chemistry Made Simple for NEET. I am Dr. Radha Subramaniam with a PhD in Chemistry. So today we are going to revise some important MCQs from Chemical Kinetics Part 1. So before moving on with the MCQs, I would like to share a few tips with you. While learning organic chemistry, be thorough with the chapter Organic Chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. This chapter will give you the basics required for advanced organic chemistry. You should never miss out on the below concepts from this chapter, what I am going to tell you, like structural representation of organic compounds. Like try to focus more on bond line formula, classification of organic compounds, functional group is very important, then reaction mechanism and intermediates, thoroughly revise it, then isomerism, electron displacement effects, electrophile and nucleophile, and purification methods. All these you have to revise thoroughly. And once you are clear with the basic concepts, you have to start with the chapter hydrocarbons, and you have to focus on some important points like aromaticity and Huckel's rule. Learn aromatic, anti-aromatic and non-aromatic conditions. Be sure with the different ways to approach such questions. You have 4 named reactions in this chapter, namely Markovnikov's rule, anti-Markovnikov's rule, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation reaction, then Wood's reaction. And learn the preparation methods and reactions of alkanes, alkenes. Do not miss out ozonolysis, alkynes. And be thorough with ortho, para and meta directing groups. Then after finishing this, start with the chapters from the class 12 part 2 textbook. Begin with haloalkanes and haloarenes. Focus on the most important points like named reactions, Sandmeyer's reaction, Zaitsev's rule, Fittig's reaction, Wood's Fittig's reaction. Then be thorough with SN1 and SN2 reactions, then intermediates, geometry, inversion or retention, mechanism of attack of nucleophile. Then learn different reactions and preparation methods. Then revise stereochemistry well. Then from polyhalogen compounds, make sure that you learn the structure of DDT. Now from alcohols, phenols and ethers, you have to focus on the following points. Firstly, a named reaction. Always you have to be thorough with a named reaction. That is, you are going to get any type of questions or any questions from the reactions for sure for the NEET exams, like including Kolb's reaction, Reimer-Tiemann reaction, Williamson synthesis, preparations and reactions of alcohols, phenols and ethers, Grignard reagent, and distinguishing tests are very important, Lucas test, ferric chloride test. And next in the line is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Then you have plenty of named reactions in this chapter like Rosemond reduction, Stephen reaction, Etard reaction, Gattermann-Koch reaction, Wolff-Kishner reduction, Clemmensen reduction, and the list continues like that. Then remember the distinguishing tests well, Ferling's test, Toland's test, iodoform reaction, and preparation and reactions of aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. Okay, I will continue with the tips in our next session. Now we will start moving to the first question of today's section from Chemical Kinetics. Okay, what is the first question for today? For the second order reaction, what is the unit of the rate of the reaction? Okay, the choices are given: S raised to minus 1, mole, L to the power of minus 1, S to the power of minus 1, mole to the power of minus 1, L, S to the power of minus 1. D is mole to the power of minus 2, L 2, S to the power of minus 2, L to the power 2, L to the power 2 and S to the power minus 1. Okay, the correct option is C, mole to the power of minus 1, L, S to the power of minus 1. Okay, so here what is the explanation for this answer? The unit of the rate reaction K is mole L to the power of minus 1 to the power 1 minus N, where N is the order of the reaction, S to the power of minus 1. So since the order is second, so what will you do? Mole L to the power of minus 1. So 1 minus raised to 1 minus 2, that will be negative 1. So mole to the power minus 1, L, S to the power of minus 1 will be the correct option. Okay, now moving on to the next question. A reaction, this is a very important question. A plus B giving C. So here the experimental rate law is found to be R equal to K concentration of A to the power 1, B to the power of half. You have to find the rate of the reaction when concentration of A is equal to 0.5 m B is equal to 0.1 m and K is equal to 0.03. Now the 4 options are given here. So see, sometimes you get 2 options like this, the values are very close to each other. In the first and fourth also values are close to each other. Okay, now we will see what is the correct option. It is A, that is 4.74 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Okay, here we have A is equal to 0.5 m, B is equal to 0.1 m, K is equal to 0.303. So these are the data we can get from the question. Now what can you do next from this? From the rate law, you know that the order of the reaction is, see in the previous page, 1 plus 0.5, half is 0.5, so that is 1.5, which is 3 by 2. So now what is the unit of K? Unit of K we already saw, it is L by mole, and mole to the power of half, S to the power of minus 1. So here R is equal to K, concentration of A to the power 1, B to the power half. You just substitute these 3 values over here. So here K you know already 0.03, okay. Then A to the power of 1, A is what? A is given 0.5. To the power of 1 is 0.5 itself. Then B to the power of half. B is 0.1 to the power of half. So when you do the calculation, you will get 4.74 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay, now moving on to the next question. The reaction NO2 plus CO gives NO plus CO2. It takes place in 2 steps. You have to find the rate law. We are having 2 steps, that is a slow K1, then the fast step K2. 2 NO2 gives NO plus NO3, then NO3 plus CO gives CO2 plus NO2. So you have the 4 options here. Which is the correct option? Option D, that is R is equal to K to the power of 1 NO2 to the power of 2. Okay, now you know in any reaction the rate determining step is always the slowest step. So the rate of the overall reaction depends on this step. So this particular reaction, that is 2NO2 gives NO plus NO3 K1, it is the rate determining step. So the rate law, R is equal to K to the power of n NO2 to the power of 2. Okay, now for the next question, reaction A plus H2O gives products. You have to find the rate of the reaction when A is given 0.75 m, K is equal to 0.02. You are having all these options. Okay, now option is C, 0.015 second to the power of minus 1. So from the question we have the data, concentration of A is given as 0.75 m, K is also given as 0.02. So this particular reaction belongs to the pseudo first order reaction. So the unit is just only S to the power of minus 1. Okay, so since it is the first order reaction, what will be the rate equation is equal to K concentration of A. That is K is 0.02, this is A is 0.75. So easily you can find out the value. See, such questions are very easy to solve. When you get for the exam straight away, if you can solve it, you will get 4 marks in a stretch. So try to do these type of questions for the exam without fail, so that you can score marks easily. Okay, now next question. What is the rate law for acid hydrolysis of an ester such as CH3COO C2H5 in aqueous solution? So here are the 4 choices. Now what is the correct option? Is A, that is KCH3COO C2H5. You know, for acid hydrolysis of ester CH3COO C2H5 plus H2O, it is CH3, this hydrogen gets added here, COOH plus C2H5 C2H5OH. So the remaining one hydrogen attached. See, it's very easy to write the reaction. So the order of the reaction can be altered sometimes by taking reactant in excess when compared to the other. So here the rate law R is equal to K of CH order of CH3COO C2H5 and H2O. See these two. Okay, however water is present in excess, so we will take this as R is equal to this part alone. Okay, next question. What is the concentration of the reactant in a first order reaction when the reaction rate it is 0.6? See, always it is, if it is a first order reaction, the unit will be S to the power of minus 1. Remember that. Rate constant is also given. The 4 options are given here. See, 2 options tricky, like to get you confused, A and C. Okay, now the correct option is B, 17.143. How do you get it? The values given in the question are R is 0.6 and K is also given. First order reaction, very easy. The formula is R is equal to Ka but you are asked to find out the concentration of A, so that will be R by K. So 0.6 divided by 0.035, it will be 17.143 m. Now next question, how many times will be the rate of the elementary reaction 3x plus y giving x to y change if concentration of the substance X is doubled, and doubling in X and Y is halved. So the four choices are given here. So remember, X is doubled and Y is halved, so 3x plus y. So it is an elementary reaction, choice 4, that is R2 is equal to 4R1 is the correct answer. Rate law is equal to K concentration of A 3B. So concentrations are changed, the new rate will be X is doubled and Y is out, 2 times A and Y is half B by 3, 3B by half means 2, so 3B by 2. Okay, so when you solve it, you will get 4K, because this 2 will go up here, 4A 3B. So what will be the final answer? R2 is equal to 4 times R1. Okay, now what is the rate law for the reaction C2H4 plus I2 giving C2H4I2? So here we are having 4 options. Go through these options. It's very confusing. The values are all very close to each other. So fractional order reactions are the reaction where the order is a fraction. So for example, here the order of the reaction is 5 by 2. You already know how to calculate the order of the reaction. So the rate of the reaction is R is equal to C2H4I2 to the power 5 by 2. Okay, here sorry, it's not 5 by 2, here it is 3 by 2. So option A, it is 3 by 2 and not 5 by 2. So already you can calculate the order of the reaction as well. Then you find out, compare these two, and you can notice that only for one option they have given the fractional order. All the other 3 choice we have got only whole number. So immediately you can straight away write it is raised to 3 by 2. Okay, now next question. Which of the following is not a direct factor affecting the rate of a reaction? Is it temperature, presence of catalyst, order of reaction, molecularity? The correct answer is molecularity, because molecularity, what is it? It is a number of atoms, ions or molecules which should collide with one another simultaneously at the same time. So the result, only if they collide simultaneously, it will result in a chemical reaction, or a chemical reaction will take place, and it does not affect the rate of the reaction directly. Okay, now which of the following will lead to an increase in the rate of the reaction? Is it decrease in temperature, decrease in concentration of reactants, addition of catalyst, or addition of inhibitor? So the option C is the correct answer, addition of catalyst. So the presence of a catalyst, already it lowers the activation energy barrier, so the reaction becomes faster. So the addition of catalyst helps to increase the rate of the reaction. And in between, I would like to share something with you that many of the students have come to me and told that they browse through the internet through many sites for their learning purpose, for NEET and all that. So my advice is that you just restrict to 1 or 2 places where you can continuously watch the sessions and the content, because if you go through so many videos and so many sites and all that, many places there are so many mistakes, printing errors and all that, and so many wrong answers have uploaded. So you might learn all these in a wrong way. So better you have to restrict into 1 or 2 places where you can, and also you will be too much confused if you browsing between sites and all, the whole time will get wasted. So I advise to strictly adhere to 1 or 2 sites which is very good and useful. And also one important thing is that the last minute revisions, you cannot just keep on extending it, because already you have to cover so many, around 30 chapters for class 11 and 12, so which is a long time consuming process. So for the last minute quick revision only, I have specially prepared these content for you all, because I've taken lots of care in formulating each of the lesson, what to include, what not, because I include 99% of the NCERT textbook concepts over here, and even you can take screenshots from this. Also the MCQs following this have come for the previous years as well, as they are very important. Once I have finished all the units, as I have told before, I will be uploading more units of important MCQs for you. Okay, now coming back to the next question, what happens with the rate of the reaction on increasing its temperature? will the rate of the reaction increase, decrease? It fluctuates between maxima, minima, or it is independent of the temperature. So the correct option is when the temperature of a reaction temperature is increased, the reaction rate also will increase because the average kinetic energy of the particles increase, which takes part in the reaction. They will start moving faster, colliding with each other more frequently with a higher energy. So the chemical reaction will take place more easily, and also it increases the rate of the reaction. Now, which of the following laws state that the rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactants? Is it Henry's law, law of conservation of mass, law of mass action, or Dalton's law? The correct answer is C, law of mass action. What does it say? It says that the rate of the chemical reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of the reactants. So, other laws mentioned in the options are not related to the rate of the reaction. Okay, keep note of this point. Now, the next question, what happens to the value of delta G of a Gibbs constant reaction when a catalyst is added? Will it increase, decrease, remains unchanged, or undefined on adding a catalyst? So correct option is C, it remains unchanged. You know, delta G, what is it called? It is Gibbs free energy. That is a state function, that is it does not depend on the path taken by the reaction to reach the product. It depends only on the enthalpy and entropy of the reaction, which in turn depends on the products and the reactants of the reactions. So remember that the free energy, Gibbs free energy, does not depend on the path taken by the reaction to reach the end product. Also, since the catalyst only changes the pathway taken by the reaction, it won't change the value of delta G. Remember that well. What is the change in the rate of a second order reaction when the concentration of the reactant is increased by 2 times its initial value? Will it double, no change, quadruples, or it triples? So the correct option is C, that is it quadruples. So let the initial concentration is A, then when it doubles it becomes 2 times, then the rate of the second order reaction, you know, it is K concentration of A power 2, then the rate for 2A will be K 4 times this, so it quadruples. Okay, now when 2 reactants are in the same phase, which common phase will ensure that the products are formed at a faster phase? Is it solid, liquid, gas, or the rate of the reaction is independent of the phase of the reactant? So option C, that is gas. You know, if the 2 reactants are in the same phase, it's better for the speed of the reaction if they are in gaseous phase, because the particles are free to move and collide more frequently with each other, which results in a chemical reaction. So with that, I am coming to an end of this wonderful session of most important MCQs included from Chemical Kinetics. So I have carefully selected the questions for you, so that I have tried to include all types of questions which are likely to come for the exam. Go through all these questions carefully and revise the content of the lesson well. Always, as I say, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends as well, so that they also can benefit from these units. And please don't forget to press the bell icon, so that you will get the notification immediately as soon as I upload a video. So with that, I am winding up today's session. Thanks for watching my video.